Hello everyone, hello world. I say that at the beginning of all my videos. I'm going to be doing Leo now. This is the Dale Jackson way of doing the tarot using astrology and characteristics with the Thoth deck, with the tarot. Now these is a set of videos that I'm doing over the next few weeks to renew my videos on the internet, and for people who've been looking for me, now you'll be able to find me with this review readings for the zodiac at this first quarter of the year. Now we've done 1 or 2 up to press, and today we're going to do the Leo video. So I brought Boris along because he's a tiger. I know he's not a lion, but Leo people generally like cats anyway, and might have more than one cat. And Leos have lovely mane of hair, thick hair, a lovely flaxen hair, or quite a lot of hair, or they like to have wonderful hairstyles and so on. And they're very proud people, and they're ruled by the sun. So it's Leo, the lion, ruled by the sun, a fire sign. So let's have a look at that on today's tarot. And today's tarot we're going to use the Thoth deck, and I'm going to do it the Dale Jackson way. And those of you who've been following me in the past will know that I do 2 rows of 6. I shuffle the cards first and then set them out in 2 rows of 6. And then I look at from the point of view of the Leo, from the fire sign character. I'll have a look what is Leo about the cards that we've got, and then I can apply it in a general way. And then if you want a personal reading, using my method, I'll give you the details at the end of this little video. So the first lot of cards I'm going to turn up here are the first 12 from the top of the cards. When you send for a personal reading, you will send me some numbers that you choose, and I will set them, the cards, according to the numbers. I count them off the deck and put them down, card number 6, card number 12, and so on. So that's how I do it. It's my own method. It's something that I've developed myself over the past 40 years, and I've always had very good results with it, and I've had lots of testimonials to say that it works. Before I start this reading, I'd also just like to say thank you for all the well wishes we've had for Malcolm, and he's now recovering from his heart surgery, and so I can get back now to doing these readings, and for my fans to follow me. Leo also is a planet which in the health matters would rule the heart, so that's the sun, and it rules the heart. Now Leo are sunshine people, and they like to spread a lot of love and happiness, and they're very gregarious usually, and they're creative, and they like drama, and they like to be centre stage, and they like to be the leading man or the leading lady, and they like to make an entrance, and they like things to be bold and exaggerated. They like palatial things, they like luxury, and they're very warm people, and they like to be very hospitable too. They can exaggerate and they can spend too much money, but they're usually very warm people, and they like to be fairly organised as well. So here are the cards that we've got that I've just laid out for you, and what we have here, Leo, is not a lot of fire in the cards that have turned up. We have one very strong Leo card here, which is the Prince of Wands, and he shows a Leo in the card itself, in the Chariot. And the Chariot, there's a Chariot card in the higher arcana, but this Chariot is the lower arcana, Prince of Wands, and it shows the journey forward, proudly going forward, being the king of the castle, being the one that's a proud person that can lead the others, or lead the army, even be in a position of leadership and success. But the Chariot symbol on this card is important from the point of view of going forward on a journey and progressing and making progress. Now if we look across the rest of these cards, they're very blue, and they're the water and air. There's quite a lot of water and air in the 12 cards that we've got in this reading. So we have to balance that. We have to look at how we can put some fire into this picture. Fire is the Leo element, so we need a bit of fire in the picture from time to time. So let's see how that works. The first card, Ace of Cups, brilliant card for uncorking the champagne, Leo having a fabulous party, spreading the love, spreading the happiness. This has 2 rings on it, so it's a good time now, perhaps if you want to get married or engaged. So this is the cup of love, It's the chalice or the Holy Grail, and it's spreading happiness and love. And it's a watery card saying emotions can be expressed. So it's all the love and happiness and pleasure that you can get out of the fact that you can have a drinks party and a celebration. So that's really lovely because it's on an aspect with the Magician, the Magus card in this deck. And this Magician card really puts Leo in charge because it's the magic card. It's the card that says you are number one. This card in the Zodiac, in the Thoth deck or in the Tarot, is the number one card. You are Mr. Magic, you are Mrs. Magic, Leo. You're the ones that can pull off the tricks and fox the audience and wow everybody with your skills and talents and drama and expression. So here you are, you're the Magus, the best card you can get in a reading. It puts you in the position of making things happen. And people won't always know how you've done it. That's the mystique and the mystery. Your next card on the top is the Ace of Swords. So we've got the Excalibur here, we've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Now this has come out together in I think one of the first readings I did, but here it is again, and it's showing the chalice and the sword, the Holy Grail and the Excalibur. Now the Ace of Swords is to do with business, fairness and your rights. So this is a year, Leo, when you need to look at your position by rights and by law. What is legally binding, what is a fair deal. And I'm saying what is a fair deal because you've got the Libra scales of balance and fairness. So here we've got, let's make a decision, let's look at the legal angle on it, it cuts both ways. How do we get an agreement? How do I get harmony or an agreed position that I can sign up to? These cards of sword cards are all also from the point of view of you being businesslike and objective. Leo like to be the centre of attention, and they like the response they get from people, and they like the adoration that they get from people. But this is being very cool, very calm. You've got to be as hard as nails. These are swords. This is a sword card. It's saying be absolutely rigid about your position. It shows the sunshine coming through after the clouds on the reading, on the card. It shows the sunshine of success by being hard, cool and in your rights according to the law. And then we get a watery card coming in, and this is here's the Prince of Cups. And this is a watery, very temperamental character, and this is a water sign man. And it's in an aspect with this fire sign man. So this might be two people who are friends, two people who are together, or even partners. They might be partners. But we've got the water sign man and the fire sign man. And the water sign man will be the most temperamental of the two. And he wants to talk to the Leo man. He wants to level with him, talk about feelings and emotions, and he wants to get himself across and open a channel of communication. This card, this watery man, that will be Cancerian, Scorpio or Pisces. So look at those friends around you, Leo, and this is relating to the masculinity, the masculine Leo aspects, and the friendships between males, and the friendships and associations in partnerships between the males. So that's the first picture. Then we get the fourth card, which is the Star card. Hopes, dreams and wishes, I always say about this card. It's the breakthrough. It's a humanitarian, idealistic card, and it also brings in alternative things that you haven't tried yet. Experimentations, things in life that you haven't yet done. So you can experiment with life, and you can experiment with new friendship groups, new hobbies, new groups, clubs and societies. You can get yourself involved here, Leo, with something completely new. Now, because this is an Aquarian card, it's the very opposite thing to how the Leo thinks and acts. The Aquarius is the humanitarian. the grain of sand on the beach. They want humanity and everybody to be idealistically lovely in harmony with the world. Leo want to be the important rock that stands out on the beach, that you can say, look at him, look at her, how magnificent they are. So that's the humble card that's come up in this reading, Leo. So you might have to find a little bit of humility this year, or eat a little bit of humble pie, because the cards are mainly in the sensitive blues and water and air element, rather than this proud fiery element that Leo need to express themselves. So it's saying this is the year when you might have to find a little bit of humility and look at what other people want of you and blend in a little bit into the surroundings rather than standing out in the crowd. Now you might not want to hear that, Leo, but these cards are indicating it might be a good thing to have a little think about that and how you can do that. Sacrifices will be made in the process of doing that and applying it, because we've got the Hanged Man, which is the sacrifice card, and it shows that sacrifices have to be made in order that you can get on in your forward journey for balance and harmony, especially in relationships. Keep a cool head, although we've got an emotional start with this very gushing card showing how you feel, but you're in charge, you're the magician, you can make things happen. Then the sacrifices that you've to consider will then bring you good fortune. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming up on an aspect here with the humility card, the humanitarian content. You might be one that can lead a force of people into a humanitarian charitable position, so that you can be someone in charge or doing the greater good for people, and being a leader in the field of charitable or humanitarian events. We've also got the next card, which is the Queen of Swords, and this shows an air sign lady, someone around you who's very bright and clever and intelligent, and she's holding her sword of justice, but she's passive, and it shows again another card with the silver lining after the clouds, and it shows this lady who might in this case be fair hair, fair skinned, and it shows that she will be able to give good advice. She might be a little critical and you might not want to hear the criticism, but she's being fair in her way, and it's saying she's being a friend, and she's showing you some justification for this humanitarian point of view, which you can maybe adopt for a little while this year. And then we've got a young lady here. I feel this is going to be a wedding or an engagement with a young lady. There's a young lady in this picture. I think she might be pregnant or going to have a child. We've got the baby in the picture and the lovely young sensitive lady, or water sign lady. So she's going to be a Cancerian or a Scorpio or a Pisces. I think this is a lovely Pisces picture. Very sensitive, very empathetic, listens and understands and empathises. So maybe you can take a leaf out of the book of some of these other cards, Leo. Listen, be empathetic, don't be too bold and too brash this year, but be a little bit more considerate in the humanitarian sense. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck and good fortune. We've got the tying up of loose ends, and we've got commitment. So we've got the luck turning into commitment. And then we end on the note of the Lovers. So we start with love and romance, and we end with the Lovers card, and we've got decisions to be made this year to do with that area. So love life is fantastic here, and again from the point of view of modern culture and relationships, this is very good even for same-sex relationships, coming together, a blessing on the cards, even a commitment and a gold ring. But this is saying this is magic, this is your year, and look at that prospect for this year, and it's very humane, very humanitarian, very charitable. And Leo, it's saying you can do your best to do that this year, and to take care in the relationships area. Very happy cards, but very humble cards. So happy birthday, Leo. Now I'm going to show you just how to get a reading, and these details will be up on the videos anyway, but it's very important that you send me 12 numbers. So I need your name, your full name, your date of birth, your nationality, your gender, so that I can get the relationship aspect right when I do your personal reading, My name is Dale, of course, and people will naturally put that towards a man's name. So your name and your gender is important, and then I want 12 numbers between 1 and 32, because that's the Dale Jackson way. It's a method, and I use these numbers for my own reasons, and send that to my PayPal account, £50 for a personal reading, which is equivalent to approximately $86 US. My PayPal account is the Dale Jackson Way at virginmedia.com, and that is the same address as my email. So that's how to get a personal reading, and thank you again, all of you, and happy birthday.